So Copilot just released a brand new open source library called Channels SDK. And what it does is it lets you take any AI agent from any framework, from any model provider, and plug it into your real business tools. So think of Slack or Microsoft Teams. You can have your AI agent right there. So what you're looking at the screen right now is exactly that. Two AI agents in the same Slack workspace, both answering the same question at the same time. But the one on the left is Google's Gemini running through ADK, and on the right is Anthropic's Claude running through Claude Agent SDK. Two different companies, two completely different agent development frameworks, but then both showing up in Slack through the same open source integration. And to be honest, I feel that this could genuinely disrupt how Anthropic has been thinking about Claude in Slack today. So their whole strategy around Claude Tag. Now, Channels SDK also ships with a reference Slack bot called OpenTag that actually came out 5 to 6 weeks ago. So if you want to have a quick starter, you can actually clone it directly from GitHub. I'll leave the link in description. All right. And if you're meeting for the first time, I'm Surya. I have 2 decades of experience leading AI and ML teams in big tech, and I make videos like this every week. So if real AI agents, real integrations, and no marketing fluff is what you're here for, please do hit that subscribe button. It genuinely helps me keep making these kind of videos. All right. Now back to Anthropic. So Anthropic actually launched Claude Tag 6 weeks ago, but Claude Tag is Claude only, and Slack only, and enterprise plans only. But if you're on Microsoft Team Plan, or if you want to run Gemini instead, or your team lives in completely Microsoft Teams, Claude Tag does not exist for you. So today in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things. First, 2 agents that I built, one on Google ADK and the second one on Anthropic, running in their own development environment. Then we put them both into same Slack channel and watch them answer the same business question live. And then an honest take on Claude Tag versus OpenTag, where each one actually wins and where there are scope for improvement. All right. Before going there, a quick disclaimer: all opinions are my own and do not belong to my employer. With that, let's get into it. All right, so what you're seeing right now is the CopilotKit's homepage. I thought it will be a good idea to give you more context before we get into the demo. So what you're seeing right now is basically their pitch, which they're saying that connect any agent to any user. This is the specific pitch for their Channels SDK. So if you have any agents SDK, what you can do is use CopilotKit, and which also provides the AGUI protocol for your generative UI, and then surface it across any channel, right? So that these are the channels that are available. So you can see that. So this is not the only solution that they have shipped, right? So they have been doing this for a long time. The first product that they built was the front-end SDKs, which is like React, Angular, and Vue components. You can actually drop into your web or mobile app to give it a full chat UI backed by an agent. So this is the chat UI, and you can look at the different experiences for different surfaces. And then obviously generative UI is their thing, which is the AGUI protocol, which many of the large companies, including Google, have also supported. And then they have also some of the other things, for example, user authorization, human in the loop, and front-end tools as well, right? So this is the first thing that they had created. The second thing was also around product analytics for agentic products. This is pretty cool because what they shipped was you can actually put an agent inside your product, and then you probably would want to know whether it fails, whether the users are stalling, and how long the approvals will take. So this particular dashboard actually shows you that, right? So you are able to get all of those details directly out of the box instead of writing everything from scratch. Now, the third one that they also ship is self-learning loops, right? Which is pretty interesting. So basically capturing what users actually do, then evaluating it, and then providing feedback back so that you can go ahead and improve and then ship the code with the improvements, right? These are all the things that CopilotKit has been shipping for a while. The latest one, obviously, as I was talking about, is the Channels SDK. So what you can also do is you can actually experience it. So if you click on start building, you can actually see it live in the playground. So you can provide your company email and they will actually send you an invitation. Before Channels SDK, they actually launched the CopilotKit's OpenTag. So this is open source. You are able to go ahead and clone it. And this will allow you to actually have the OpenTag from CopilotKit directly in your Slack. So for the moment, what you could do is you could provide your company ID, and then immediately you will be able to get the Slack invitation directly. So I actually got that and I was able to receive the invitation, and then I started interacting with it. So I said, so Kite is their agent's name. Kite goes with their logo. So I asked, hey, what are the things that you can do? Provide visualization, because I know AGUI provides visualization. I didn't like the visual, so I asked it to do something else. And then Tyler, I believe Tyler is probably from CopilotKit's. He said that, hey, can you show off a cool chart? So this is pretty very well observed right now. There are only 25 people. So I would highly encourage you to go ahead and experience it yourself. This is pretty cool. Okay. So what I did for this demo was, instead of just leveraging this, I wanted to really test it out. So I created two different agents, one using the Claude Enterprise platform and the other one using Agent Development Kit. So this is the Agent Development Kit piece. You can see the full blown here, and this is the main.py. So I basically created this particular agent. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run this live in ADK Web. This is where the agent is running. And I'm going to ask some questions, right? So I'm going to say that, hey, give me a YouTube analytics readout for my channel, Surya Kunju. So this is where you are seeing that this agent is live, and you're seeing that it is calling this particular sub agent, which will be able to get the YouTube statistics. If I had asked a different question, I would have got different sorts of answers, right? This is where I've got 1.2 million views, and I've just about to cross 22K subscribers. So that's what the ADK is responding. So this is how the ADK agent is responding. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually go to Slack, and I'm going to call my agent here, which is Surya Lab Bot. And I'm going to say that, give me YouTube analytics for my channel, Surya Kunju, right? Now, this one is leveraging AGUI directly inside of Slack, and it should be able to then provide me the answer, but also with some visuals, right? So here you go. This was able to provide the answer. So you can see that this is directly from my channel. These are the videos, and this is my picture here. So you can see the same picture is here. This is the total number of views. This is exactly the total number of count, total number of videos, etc. Right? And it rendered everything directly from the channel. So you can see the performance is fantastic. It is also rendering visuals directly from the channel, as well as also providing statistics and numbers. Okay. Now, what I will do is I will now show you the Claude agent that I built, and then we will also experience the same one on Slack. So these are the files for my Claude agent, which you can see over here. All the files which were generated, I used Claude Code to generate this. So I built this particular wrapper application because Claude doesn't have an ADK web kind of a development, a UI for me to show you this. So I just wanted to show you, if I chat with this particular agent, what will I get? So I'm going to ask a similar question, and it should be able to find the answer for me. So you can see here it is using AGUI in order to get more beautiful answer. Of course, if I build an app using anti-gravity, it will also again produce a similar result. Remember that web UI is more development environment, so it doesn't really care about the UI unless and until you specify that. But here it is able to render this, right? So now I'm going to go into my other channel, which is Claude OpenTag. Okay, I'm going to ask the same question here. Give me YouTube analytics report for my channel. So let's see what it comes back with. I'm just showing you the experience of both different agents completely built from different agent development platforms using totally different large language models, but you are able to surface both of them using CopilotKit's Channel SDK directly in your Slack. You can do the same thing in Microsoft Team, and they are working towards building more of this across different channels as well, right? So right now they only have these two available, but I believe the plan is they want to have it across all of these different channels, right? So there you go. It was able to give all the answers as we expected, and you can see similar results over here as well, right? All right, so that was just one example, but we can ask other types of questions as well. So here it is generating this, and this is an interactive card, and you will see that it is going to change the shape, and because you have just acknowledged, right? Or you could also escalate it. So based on your action, it is going to respond accordingly. So this is pretty cool. You can obviously do a lot more different things with the Copilot kit, given that they have the chat UI pre-built components to fully create headless version of this, as well as you can also create your own components. So you're able to do this. But just for you to know how I actually built the demo for today, I basically created two different agents from scratch. One was the ADK agent, and I worked with anti-gravity on that. The second one was the Claude agent, and I worked with Claude Code for that. So if you go ahead and look into this in the docs, they're actually providing the prompt which you can give to your agent for it to be able to build this. So I basically copy pasted this particular prompt, and then it had all the requirements and everything that was required for you to go ahead and do it. You can also like start from scratch and build it yourself, but I would recommend that just copy the prompt so that it scaffolds the project, and then you can continue to have the conversation and you will be able to do that pretty quickly. Now, if you just think about what we just witnessed right now, right? This is any model, any agent, and any framework. If you want Gemini and Slack instead of Claude, you can do that today, right? Now, Claude Tag really is where Anthropic runs the whole thing. So if you're an enterprise, your SSO will already work, zero infrastructure for you to manage, and that is real. And Claude Tag is also multiplayer, right? So one Claude per Slack channel shared by everyone in that channel. Someone basically starts a conversation, walks away, someone else picks it up. So that is pretty cool. I don't think that is something which is possible over here. So where this gets higher points is this is completely seamless across all different agents and agentic frameworks and large language models. Claude Tag is obviously limited to Claude and currently only available in Slack. But AI is growing at a very rapid pace. So I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But what they have released, the CopilotKit team, is pretty cool. And I would highly encourage you guys to check it out. And of course, as always, if you have questions, do let me know in the comment section. All right. So this is what I wanted to share today. So let me know if you enjoyed it. And if you're new here, please do hit that like button and also that subscribe button as well. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next one.